are back with Lisa, and today we're doing, or she's gonna show us how she makes this awesome product called Fire Cider. This is really great for knocking out a cold, or is it good for immune boosting too?
Yes,
okay.
It's great for
immune
any time.
boosting. I've definitely had my share of this in times that I've been sick, and it is amazing. So we wanted to show you something you can make yourself at home. And if you guys didn't catch the first video that we did with Lisa all about herbs and tinctures, I'll post a link in the description box. You've got to go check that out. But if you want to hear her story and hear about her tinctures, check that out before or after you watch this video. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Alana. I would love for you to like this video and to subscribe. My channel is all about marriage, homemaking, healthy living, and homeschooling, and fun stuff like this. I'm gonna just be here while Lisa shows you all her stuff. I'm gonna learn with you guys.
Okay, hello. So there's a product that we make at our store, Heaven Help Me, and it's called Fire Cider. And I'm going to teach you how abbreviated version. If you can afford Fire Cider, you don't want Fire Cider, you don't want to buy the product, but you want to do something at home. So this is the abbreviated version that you could do at home. The Fire Cider that we make has several other things in it besides what we have here, but this is sufficient for knocking out most colds, viruses, infections. It is a powerhouse. So anyway, here we go. So I'm not a measurer, so I'm just going to tell you that right now. The first thing we're going to do, we can peel a couple cloves of garlic, apple cider vinegar, just some, and we always do honey for sweetener.
Say the juice of half a lemon.
The juice of half of a lemon. And you can add more. So you do this to taste. So the base would be the apple cider vinegar, the honey, use raw honey from our beekeeper, and lemon. So that's kind of the way you make it a liquid. And then these are some things you can add. Now, when we make the fire cider, we do habanero pepper, oranges, lemons, let's see, black pepper, we do garlic, onions, did I say onions? And then it's apple cider vinegar, honey, and there's another pepper, and I can't think of it, habanero pepper, oh, horseradish, ginger, turmeric, and we do fresh for those. And they sit in a mixture of apple cider vinegar, we chop them all up, and it sits in a mixture for 6 weeks, and then you strain it, and then you add honey to taste. But this is an abbreviated version. If you have fresh is always better. So most people we always have fresh garlic on hand. Turmeric, we do not always have fresh turmeric. And ginger, we do not always have fresh ginger. So we have these spices on hand always because it's what we use in some of our products. We have the bouillon powder that we make and hot cocos that we make. So we use ginger for them, cayenne for one, turmeric, we use them all. So anyway, I'm just doing just about a teaspoon. Okay. Oops. Turmeric. This is cayenne, and this is not like the kind you buy at the grocery store. If you can buy like a fresh kind we buy at like a herb store, then it is, I better not put it, it is like 100,000 power. The stuff you buy at the grocery store is usually like 10,000 power. So you don't need a ton of that or you will die. You will,
I don't know. That's like the worst part of this whole thing for me is the cayenne.
And then here's some ginger, like another teaspoon. Okay, and then the garlic, I don't really need to crush it because I'm putting in the Vitamix, but if you need to crush it,
two
cloves of garlic. Okay, so here it is. It's gonna be super gross. I'm gonna add a little bit more honey. And we're all gonna try this, and I'm gonna make my kids try it too, and you're just gonna see how awesome it is. Ready?
Amazing Vitamix power. It's very strong. My sinuses are all open now.
Okay, we have one rule, no sipping. You just have to drink it. I don't know what it's gonna taste like because, you know, like I said, I don't measure.
So then if you don't have this awesome blender, you can strain it.
Yes.
if it doesn't blend the garlic that well.
Okay, Alana, there you go. Okay, guys, turn around and face the camera on the count of 3.
I don't know.
Flowers, you don't get any right now.
Your eyes are tougher than
Cheers.
me.
Here's to a healthy, non-COVID December. Merry Christmas. Ready, set, go. Mmm.
Good.
That wasn't that bad.
It's better than all of
That
them.
wasn't that bad.
That was way better.
Not that bad.
Yeah. Okay.
What just happened?
Now, if you use fresh, like fresh ginger is super,
Try it.
way more spicy. And then if you add more cayenne, which I could have survived with more cayenne.
You want some?
It's the apple cider vinegar that kind of.
Give me some more. Spicy.
No sipping
The
allowed.
lemon
Ivan.
helps. Get some of the Ivan. So here's the product we make, fire cider. This is a pint jar. And then for Christmas we have these little 2 ounces if anybody just wanted to try it. But if you don't want to get these, you can make your own at home.
So, and you ship this too?
Yes, we ship that. Apple cider vinegar, honey, lemon, orange, ginger root, habanero pepper, garlic, onion, horseradish, turmeric root, and black pepper. So that is the fire cider that we sell. The rest of it, you can add any of those ingredients to your own mixture if you want.
So please tell us in the comments below if you try this and what you think of it. And we're gonna make one more thing.
Okay, so the last thing we're gonna make today is called gout. It's basically garlic oil. It's garlic oil. So basically you're gonna take your garlic. Again, when I first started out, before I knew how to make tinctures is just adding extra ingredients, extra herbs that have different medicinal properties. But garlic is like the best thing ever for sickness. It is immune boosting, it is an infection fighter, it's antiviral, antibiotic, it's anti all the things. There has been studies done with garlic compared to penicillin. And it has measured right up as strong as penicillin, but without all the side effects of penicillin. This is what we use for, you can do this, you can rub this oil on babies' chest and back, soles of their feet when they have an infection, if you don't want to use tinctures or they're weebie-jeebie to you. We also do this for earaches.
What kind of infection?
Like any time, like sinus infection or respiratory, rubbing it on their chest. Always test a part of their skin first because babies and children are very sensitive today to different allergens. So I would test it so it's not too hot for them. But we used this before I discovered tinctures, or when my babies were really little and I was afraid to like give them stuff, you know, when they were newborn. So I would make this stuff called gout, and then I would just rub it on their chest, back, and their soles of their feet, and it absorbs in their body quickly, and it's a great infection fighter. So I just crush a clove or 2 of garlic in the pan. And this is something okay, so we use this also now that we do tinctures, mostly because they're just convenient, and especially if your kid's up in the night or something. Like, I've made this stuff at like 2 in the morning. But if your kid has an earache or wakes up with one, my rule of thumb is if your children are prone to ear infections and they start respiratory, you need to immediately start tinctures or something because it will move into their ears. So we take garlic. You can just take garlic and cut the clove in half and rub it around the outer part of their ear and inside their ear like that. You can even do that. And a lot of times, like if my kid just goes, my ear kind of hurts, sometimes I just do that, and I don't even do the ear drops until if it turns out to be anything. And a lot of times with just the garlic juices kind of being rubbed around their ear, that is plenty. Okay, so I crushed garlic in here, and then I'm gonna add a spoon. You can use coconut oil, olive oil, I'll handle it. So you're just gonna melt this oil. Usually I melt the oil first and then add the garlic. Okay, so you don't wanna heat garlic. Like you don't wanna heat it. It kills the medicinal properties in it. So we're just warming this. I have it on low, and you're just gonna warm it for maybe 3 minutes. And that garlic juice is gonna get into the coconut oil, and I just stir it around.
It's kind of like infusing the oil, right?
Yes, exactly.
So you can spread it on some bread too later.
Yes, you sure can. I kind of want to go to Olive Garden. So putting anything into your ear is definitely something you need to be careful of. Yeah. So some people don't. We have done this literally for almost 15 years, and it's not like we have to do it 18 times a year, but we have done it on pretty much every child. So you do want to be careful with that. And one of the rule of thumb is you don't put anything in the ear that's hot or cold. So test it on your wrist. And a lot of times my wrist is not as sensitive as I want it to be. So I might think it's nice and warm on my wrist, but then it's too hot in the ear. So I actually, almost every time I give my kids eardrops, I test it in my own ear first and just put it in. So you want it to be warm, you don't want it to be cold either. So what you're gonna do is, now I use coconut oil because it's unrefined and I just feel like putting the most purest form of anything in your ear is best. Okay, so I'm straining it in my little just tea strainer.
Let us know if you guys have done this before. I've done this before with both kids, myself and my husband, through the years. It's been a few years though since we've needed to, but it worked, you know. We didn't need to go to the doctor or get any medicine, and I just think it's amazing how God makes natural antibiotics for us to use. So let us know if you've used this or if it freaks you out. It is kind of weird. People have done this for years and it's just so foreign to us because we're so used to medicine, but I would love to know if you guys have tried it before.
Okay, so then I just get a dropper and you just squeeze it and then put it in your child's ear. And some of my kids lay there perfectly fine and peaceful. Other kids, like this one, we just have to like... Anyway, so some kids scream their head off because it's just scary, something in their ear. So don't ruin it the first time and put something hot in their ear. So make sure you test it and make sure it's just lukewarm, basically.
How many drops do you do?
I just squirt a squirt in.
Really?
Yeah, I just squirt enough in that I make sure it gets in their ear. They've got to be laying flat so it goes in their ear.
So when I was a kid, we used to have to do the eardrops for ear infections, but the most comforting thing to me about it when I was a little girl was I would lay on my side on the sofa and they would put like a little piece of cotton right after, so it felt so cozy and safe, like it was more, I don't know, like maybe it was like a Band-Aid for kids. They feel like the pain goes away, but the cotton ball really helped me not feel like it hurt as bad.
Yeah.
And then just being tended to and like you're laying there on your side. So I always do that with my kids. They lay on their side and put a little cotton and just lay there and let the medicine go in and do its work.
It's very, when it goes in warm, it feels good in your ear.
It's very soothing.
So this is what we've done for ear infections. So you can put this in the fridge in a sealed container and it will keep, some people use it for like weeks. We usually make fresh each time. So like we'll use it for 3 days for that same child. But then after that, it's so easy to make. I'm not gonna pull out the same thing a month later. So trying to think if we use this for anything else. So anyway, that's what we do. Okay, I wanted to add some other things that people do with oil drops. Like if you were to go to a health food store, you will look at the back of eardrops, natural eardrops, and they will have mullein in them, maybe tea tree oil, St. John's wort, and did you get her?
You can pause it.
Okay. That was interruption 675. Yeah, you don't even really know. This video has taken us 3 hours because we have 9 children here and it's driving me crazy. Just kidding. Okay, so some of the things we add are like once in a while, if I have tea tree oil in hand, I'll put a couple drops in there. I have also added, people swear by onion juice. So I'll take an onion and I'll crush the onion and add it to the garlic oil too. I'm kind of one of those people that does everything, whatever I have on hand, I use it all. And if I have nothing but garlic and oil, we'll do garlic and oil. I've done that plenty of times.
Oh. I'm sorry. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys for watching. We have one more video coming your way, so definitely look out for that. And please go check out the first video. And we will see you next time. God bless.
We're not social distancing.
No, we're not. We have this.